What's going on, everybody? Zach here. Welcome back to the channel, and it's time for an update on XRP. We're going to talk about the latest information that we have with XRP. We're also going to dive a little bit deeper into the XRP, actually Ripple versus Swift, a main competitor which has been around for quite some time. There are some good things that Swift is doing, but there also are some things that Ripple is doing a little bit better. As Ripple's a much newer company, founded in 2012 versus Swift, I believe it was 1973. More on those details in just a bit. So there is some information related to that from an article I found a little while back that's really interesting. So we're going to get into that. We're going to talk about where we see the price going, as well as anything we have in terms of Ripple versus SEC. Of course, that's the big lawsuit going on right now. The Hinman deposition took place 2 days ago. It was not a public event, though, so we don't have any big information yet. They did say that that information would slowly be unraveled to the public, so we'll be watching that very closely in terms of when we were to get some of that news. Okay, so we'll take a look at the overall market real quick and just take a look at some of the big players here. XRP actually down slightly, 0.11%, nothing major here, but Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano and company, all slightly green. The market cap, total global market cap is 1.55 trillion, up about 0.17%. Doge is slightly down along with XRP in the top 10. Everything else slightly green, nothing too major here. In fact, we take a look at the biggest movers in this 24-hour period. We click here, we should get it populated. There's Quant and Thorchain, Terra Luna's up there. AMP as well, on the heels of Binance.us, adding it today, has had a nice little run up as well. And not a lot of big losers either, really. Axie Infinity falls back about 6%. Telcoin as well as Waves and a few others here, but nothing major. Market's pretty flat. In terms of XRP, though, we're taking a look at 2-hour charts here, 2-hour candlesticks rather here on the chart. We take this back 9 days ago where XRP was at a low point of 52 cents. It hadn't reached this low in quite some time. Look at that. It was on this downtrend for a long time, right? Starting at the beginning of July where it was hovering at 69 cents, fell all the way down to low 5s, low 50s, down all the way down here to 51 cents. But then since then, look at this. This gives you a nice indicator of, number one, the overall market slowly coming back. But for XRP, you can see here, back into a consolidation mode. I mean, this is really set to explode if and when Ripple wins the battle with SEC. And I think simultaneously what will happen is they're going to add it back to Coinbase. They're going to add it back to Binance.us, some of the major exchanges. A lot of people who, like myself, who are not invested yet in XRP that are waiting for the Coinbase listing, will be adding the asset, I think, in droves. And I think a lot of other people will be adding on to their positions too. They haven't been able to add on to their XRP position if they hold it over on Coinbase, if they didn't get in before everything got shut down, months back. So this is kind of where we are right now. It's sitting at 70 cents. You can, go and get it at some other exchanges in the U.S. I know Uphold is one of them, for those of you just wondering if they can, still get the asset. For me personally, I think I'm just going to stay pat. I am going to invest in XRP. Just want to be upfront with you here, okay? And I know some people are going to jump at me and say, well, you're going to miss the boat. I hope not. But regardless, if this thing's going to go, I think I can catch it on the upswing when it's available on one of the exchanges that I know, that I use, and that I trust. That's just kind of where I am, and hopefully you understand that. And also, let me know your thoughts down below on XRP. Are you already invested? Are you thinking about getting invested in it? Are you not touching it right now? Where are you at on XRP? We're going to jump into more specifics here, and I want to address the XRP. Well, here's the lawsuit, actually. Let's go to the lawsuit first before we go into the main competitor, Ripple versus Swift. All right, so why Ripple's SEC lawsuit could have a lasting impact on crypto. This article just came out today from Fortune. Really good article here by David Friedman, and just talks about the entire startup 9 years ago, Ripple's Labs, and really basically whatever comes of this, SEC versus Ripple lawsuit. He basically makes the argument this is going to set the precedent for crypto for a long, long time. And It says here, XRP has turned out to be sort of a time bomb with a very long fuse for Ripple. That bomb finally went off last year when the SEC filed the lawsuit against Ripple and its current and former CEOs, claiming that selling XRP constituted the offering of an unregistered security, essentially an illegal IPO. What's really weird here is, I mean, you could pretty much say the same thing for a lot of different cryptocurrencies, but XRP was singled out here. Whether that hit too close to home at the banks or what have you, they were singled out here. I do think Ripple's going to win this, and this article is a really good one because it basically talks about how he is super bullish on XRP if and when they get through this lawsuit, which I myself feel the same way. A lot of other people do feel the same way as well. But take a look at this, Google this on your own terms if you want to check this out and get up to speed with it. Now, I want to focus a little time over here because this is an older article that I stumbled across. Actually, no, this is not an older article. This is just today, actually. So Swift and Ripple. This is the big head-to-head battle between these two contenders. Now, we're going to talk about Swift for a little bit here. They just announced cross-border payments in a matter of seconds with its new messaging product, Swift Go, which is complementary to cross-border settlement services. Of course, this comes at the same time that Ripple just went live with its on-demand liquidity in Japan, thus setting the stage to drive more adoption of crypto-enabled services. Now, here's the thing that we know in terms of Swift. Now, I'm going to go over some things that they've done really good. This is that article that was done a little while back that I want to bring back into the fold. But so Swift has been around since 1973. That's one of the positive things if you're in the camp of Swift. As American Express noted, a key advantage of the Swift network is that it's ubiquitous. More than 11,000 financial institutions use the service worldwide in more than 200 countries and territories, making it possible to transfer money from practically every country. However, Swift has some significant flaws. The current standardized method of wire transfers is very slow, takes hours and often days to pass through different banking checkpoints. However, they're changing that right now. They're in the process of it. But during that time, Ripple has come to the rescue, right? To fill the gap created by payment transfer market. The company recently announced that it's onboarded more than 200 global banks on RippleNet. Ripple defines it as a platform for corporate payments, providers and banks who want to send payments across various networks using a standard interface. So essentially what I'm trying to say here is if you're into Ripple and you're into XRP, pay close attention to what Swift is doing as well. Pay close attention to that battle because it really is going to become a two-headed race, in my opinion, here between Swift and Ripple. And I think there's a large chunk of the pie for both of these parties, but if and when Ripple continues to gain ground on Swift, I think that'll be really big for, obviously, the eventual price of XRP. So just something else to be aware of. I know we've got the SEC versus Ripple event going on. We've got the potential of XRP moving up in price if we get past that date. We've also got the on-demand liquidity with Japan and the Philippines. This is just something else going on in the background to make sure you're aware of and make sure you're keeping tabs on. And I'll do my best to also do that as well. Before we get out of here, just want to quickly plug the Patreon. We'd love to have you come join us, join our private community. We've got the supporter level, the insider level. We're talking crypto all the time over there and learning from each other each and every day, helping each other grow one another's portfolios. If you want to be a piece of that, the link is down in the description. And I will see y'all in the next one. Take care.